Welcome everyone to some more Genshin Impact. And today, I'll be doing part 1 of the new event called Roses and Muskets. And we're going to get started right away. So let's check the quest log. Ignore this one. Okay, so the event quest. The crack of muskets breaking the silence. Okay, Act 1. Go to the square in the court of Fontaine. During the Fontinalia Festival, children carry baskets and head up and down the streets asking for candies. As you roam the vibrant, festive streets, you might just meet some familiar faces. And let's get started. But first we obviously have to teleport there, so let's do that. Okay.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
But what about my film?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Oh.
Hey, isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now. Xavier!
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We had signed an agreement specific to the Fontinalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
The Fontinalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontinalia Film Festival? Then allow me to fill you in. The Fontinalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids, and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria. The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Okay.
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water. But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
That really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Okay.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how
yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point. The Fontinalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
The what award?
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name. Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
Huh. Alright. Guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
She runs the clothing store in the Court of Fontaine, Chioria Boutique.
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now! Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too!
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them? Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
And it officially starts. Oh. Oh, wow. I love how this looks. Okay, so it's all like quests as part of the things we get, I'm guessing. But I feel like we should focus on the current quest right now. And then we do all that. So I see a new face over here. Without a flag. Yeah, there she is. We can't talk to her. Which is interesting. For the time being, let's go to the quest location. As for the other quest, as I briefly said, we'll do them after this one's done, so... don't worry, we have plenty of time. Oh, over here. I think it's second floor, I think? Is it the second floor? Yeah, okay. I should just look at how high the location is to get an idea. Oh, there she is.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Also, can I just say, like, I noticed her shoes when the camera panned on her whole outfit, and those are really... I'm not sure what to say about those shoes, but they're interesting in design. Anyways, the way Navia's wardrobe comes together is really exceptional. And the concept behind Kirara's outfit is really original.
Why, thank you. I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Ugh.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after mora after all.
Really? Then where do you live? We Malazines live in Marcy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
We are so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived, but I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet. I also enjoyed Abel's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on this Aquabus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
I thought I would always get the lead role.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are. And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight. And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec! Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
Okay, go to Hotel de Boer's 2nd floor. Oh, interesting. The icons are updated for specific destinations. Did not know that. I did know they obviously added quite a few changes / improvements to the game, but I did not know this was one of them. Also, during the entire cutscene, I was like wondering where Chiori's vision was, because for the most part, characters with a unique design tend to have visions. Of course, there are exceptions, obviously. But I was like wondering if Chiori had a vision, and just for a brief moment, we saw it on like the right side of her waist or something on a flower. And it looks like she's a Geo character.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Please don't literally do that.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
We can help too. Just say that you got our contribution from some personal friends.
Me too. Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that.
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Devat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, traveler? Are you interested in the job?
As long as I'll be able to help. Lights, camera, action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
I think we'd better get to work.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontinalia Festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
But what could that be?
Your words of praise.
Oh, we got a recipe. Everyone's standing around.
You go ahead. No need to worry about us.
Oh, I
hope Farina will like the gifts we prepared. Oh, and if you still think we should get something else for her, just let me know. I should be able to make some fireworks.
Looking forward to the good news.
Okay. Okay, I think now we could go. Also, can I just say, these kind of events where you have like characters from different regions like interacting, honestly, I love those kind of events. Mainly because you see like characters from one region interacting with characters from another region. I guess you could kind of call it like that crossover event. Not really like crossover as in like one franchise meeting characters from another franchise, but ow. Anyways, but basically I'm trying to say I like seeing the interactions between characters from different regions. Also, I want to say something else, but I actually don't know. I kind of forgot what the other thing I want to say is, so unfortunately, yeah, let's just continue. I don't remember what I wanted to say.
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Ahem, Paimon. Try to be nice, remember?
Huh? Oh, Paima means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
Well, I have experience. I can show you if you like.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. do wish to see how skilled the traveler really is with a camera. Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Okay. Filming scene directed by Farina. Estelle is the boss of Boumon Workshop and has always been proud of her forging machine, as it can not only precisely control strength of temperature, but also takes no effort from the blacksmith. Let us film a promotional video for her workshop. Remember to emphasize the superiority of her forging machine. Okay, let's start. Okay. You will need to film several shots according to the director's requirements and compile them into a video. Camera positioning is key, and you should ascertain the camera position requirements beforehand. When filming, there will be narration requirements. Select the most suitable narration according to the story. Try to satisfy all of the director's filming requirements after selecting the most suitable choices for the... Oh, that's a typo. For all of the camera positions and narration, you may begin filming and see the results. Okay. Okay. So, frame 1, camera... Okay, you need a scene that shows off the Boumon Workshop. We have the narration tab. This is the narrative selected by Director Farina. Okay. Located in the... Oh, yeah, our only option. Located in the Court of Fontaine, Boumon Workshop is a weapons workshop that utilizes a forging machine. Okay, first... Okay, show off the workshop. We'll make the picture's details hard to see. Oh dear, I was thinking about choosing this, but then I'm reading these, and now I'm like, I'm quite not sure. Oh! Unless the descriptions give you a clue of what sounds the best. I'm quite not sure. Okay, this is our only option here, so select that. I'm thinking about either this or this. I don't know, it says you need to show off the workshop, so I feel like it makes sense to show the look of it, but... Okay, maybe I was wrong about, like, the description can help. Let's look through everything. I'll select this one for now. Okay. You need a scene that shows off the forging machine at work. Let's go read the descriptions of these first. Oh, it's describing the... Okay, I think I get it. So basically, the title here is basically what kind of camera angle view this is, and then this explains what it is specifically about. Okay. A scene that shows off the forging machine at work. Let's go see what these other ones are called. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay. I got confused because I was like thinking, it's like, oh, this sounds good, but, you know. Okay, so it makes sense to get this. Okay, double check this one. Yeah, show off the entire location. So this is the whole location. The narration. And we have this, show off the forging machine at work, so select that. Okay, This machine can precisely control the force applied and the temperature, making it perfect for doing exhausting and time-consuming work. Alright. Camera position. Okay. You need a scene that shows off the atmosphere as Estelle works relaxedly. What? Okay, this one's a little confusing, if I had to be honest. So we have her drinking tea. Shows off the atmosphere. You have this, a full shot, showing the environment, and we have this showing the area. Oh, okay. Okay, I think the narration helps kind of give a clue for what to select for the picture. Maybe, I guess? Because this says, thanks to this machine, the owner of Beaumont Workshop, Estelle, can comfortably enjoy each day at work. For some reason, I can never say the most simplest words, like comfortable. Anyways, I guess this because it fits the narration. Alright, let's see. You need a scene that shows off the weapons arranged in boxes produced by the Beaumont Workshop. Okay, that's a cake, so no. This one is showing so much activity. So I suppose this would make sense because it's showing the arranged in boxes. But worry not, for the weapons produced by Beaumont Workshop are of outstanding quality, with exquisite craftsmanship and a keen edge. And the last one. You need a scene that shows off the workshop again. Wait, what was the person? Okay. Look no further than Beaumont. Okay. I'm guessing this because it is showing the workshop. This is showing the interior, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you're trying to know where to go, the interior may not be too helpful. It depends on the place, I guess, but still. I guess this is it. Okay, I already read that. I think this is it. Let's see. Let's start filming. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna read this out loud since it does go kind of moderately quick.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
So, what's the verdict?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of The Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troupes approach me for the Fontinalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervylat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Farina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
Absolutely, no problem.
We're counting on you, Director Farina. Now's your chance to make a film that you love.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves, a great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Farina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming The Two Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with Muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
I can't wait to see our film's premiere.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevres is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our two lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Okay. Oh,
Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce.
oh, a book. Okay, we can look at that later. For now, though, where am I going? Oh, over here. Okay, let's teleport. Alright. Oh yeah, did see her over here. Oh, she's still there, too.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Shiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here, even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges, so I can only imagine what Shiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevraz, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Shiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Why didn't you just arrest them immediately?
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz, but instead The moment I came up and blocked Chevrus's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
Well, see you tomorrow. And, I think Xavier would probably be able to hold himself together.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
Okay, talk to Chevruz. Chevruz? Okay.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevruz?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
I've heard a bit about it. Or I haven't read it yet. I've heard a bit about it.
The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the Baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevras?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis, you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions.
Wait, so what you're implying is there's a case that you need our help with?
Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before. There's been a recent murder case involving Muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Could it be someone from your platoon?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
Can't someone from the Special Patrol help you investigate?
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so. Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
What do you think, Traveler?
It's already been quite a day. Let's give it some thought tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
And that's the end of part 1. Okay. Oh, where do I have a... Oh, right, these quests. The, other stuff. Now that we finished part 1, let's go do the... Oh, we also have this stuff. We also have this weapon. I love the description because it says, attack increased by 12%. That's not all. And then it says the rest. I find the way this description written to be a bit adorable. Oh. So we get the upgrade materials and a crown. I have so many of them. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I did triple crown Hydro Traveler because it's my goal to triple crown every single element of Traveler. So here we also have some other things. And okay, is this just a story? Oh wait, no, that's the other thing. No, this has to be the story. Yeah, there's 5 parts. And they're almost every other day. And I say almost because it skips the 25th and releases this one on the 26th, according to the patch notes. Okay, let's go do these things. Okay, so this quest. Okay, spread out less than an arc minute. Okay, looking for Okay, someone's looking for guests to partake in something. A test of sorts. Okay. Oh, it's the light shining on the Farina Award. Okay, what's this? Okay. Take your positions, form ranks, muskets up, take aim and fire. Repel the enemy advance. Come take part in this Special Security and Surveillance Patrol's special event and experience the joy of being a Muskets sharpshooter. Musket? Sharpshooter?
Not a concept we're too familiar with. Looking at the stall this guard set up, Paimon can't help but wonder what the event she mentioned could possibly have to do with the Fontinalia Film Festival.
Ah, it's the Super Zenith boss level forces! What in the blazes are you doing here? If you two help me promote my booth, I'll be able to hit my quota for sure. Who in the what now?
That blah 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 horses thing isn't another weird nickname for Paimon and Aya, is it?
That's right, it's a title for you two that's becoming popular among some members of the guards. You might not remember, but we've actually met before. But considering how ordinary looking I am, and the fact that I'm just a mediocre sharpshooter, I'm not surprised that I didn't leave much of an impression. Anyway, let's just pretend that this is our first meeting. I'm Terena, a Special Security and Surveillance Patrol trainee, and I'm in charge of handling all sorts of odd jobs for the patrol. Given how popular the film festival is, the Special Patrol is hoping to ride on its coattails by running a publicity campaign with the aim of spotting hidden talent among the citizenry. So, ta-da! Behold the shooting simulator on the table in front of you, known as the 1000-pace interdiction arc-minute sharpshooting zone.
This thing looks like a little model of the Court of Fontaine.
But not just the Court of Fontaine. The sand table allows you to change the area, so you can switch to wilderness scenery if you want. Much less spectacular than the Court of Fontaine, though. Combined with a special pair of optical goggles that the Fontaine Research Institute developed for us, it lets you simulate taking out enemies from on high, just like a real Special Patrol sharpshooter.
Basically, it's a game where you simulate using a musket to aim and fire at targets, right? But the name is so hard to wrap your head around. What are interdiction and arc minutes supposed to mean?
I came up with the event name based on a famous line that Captain Chevras once exhorted us with, which aptly expresses our lofty aspirations. An outstanding musket sharpshooter always strives for pinpoint accuracy. At a distance of 1,000 paces, your shot grouping should be less than an arc minute. In reality, though, based on the current processing precision of mass-produced muskets and the eyesight of our sharpshooters, achieving a dispersion of less than a single arc minute when firing from any further than 100 paces away, let alone 1,000, is wishful thinking, to put it mildly. Okay, but if we're talking about Captain Chevras, I wouldn't put it past her.
Whoa, slow down a second. You're making Paimon dizzy.
Don't get too hung up on technical terms. All we need to do is have fun. Super Zenith Boss Level Force is right. Sometimes it's not worth overthinking things. Just give it a go. When I first joined the patrol, Captain Chevrolet told me that too. Anyway, please take these goggles, and when you're ready, you can start playing with the simulator on the table.
Well, after talking so much, why don't we try it out? Paimon was curious what it felt like to fire a musket anyway. Looks like it might be fun.
Alright. Okay, so this will be available over the course of time. Okay, let's go do this. Okay. Defeat all opponents, have at least 10 munitions remaining, and 20 as well. Okay, let's go try this. Oh, I had to talk to the NPC. Okay, let's play around. Doesn't use real ammunition. Okay, and targets don't require maintenance. Okay. Okay, so start. Okay, so I had to have at least 20 remaining. And it's taking its time. Press the aim button to start aiming. Okay, be careful. Okay, and adjust controls if it's difficult. Oh. Wait, how many I have? Oh, I have 50 total. This is so strange a little bit. Did I get it here? Oh, okay. This is very interesting. Okay, I'm aware. Oh, that was close. Oh no, they're alert. Oh, should we get this? There you go. Oh, another one here. Ow, I missed. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that doesn't mess me up with trying to reach the one requirement. Okay, so well. Oh, there's still two more. Where are they? Let's see. Oh. Oh, I see. And oh, there we go. I did it. All right. Now we just have to try out the other three things. Oh, right. Let's go get these things. Okay, next one. Okay, special lighting and the stars of tomorrow. Mwahaha. My two radiant guests, you're finally here. You must be the legendary adventurers of Tevat and rising superstars, Aya and Paimon. That's us, alright. Do you need our help? Not just prone to exaggeration, but also a user of strange adjectives. Paimon feels like everyone we've met who comes straight out with such flattery ends up asking us to do something for them. Out with it then, what do you want? Oh, no. I don't want anything from you. I simply wanted to put forward a win-win proposal. Join forces with me, Fontaine's most talented experimental film director, Melis, to become the next big star of the big screen. Once you've made it, money, connections, it's all yours. Wherever you go in Teyvat, no one will dare to stand in your way, and you'll find yourself walking down an endless red carpet rolled out just for you. I'd rather not attract even more unwanted attention. But we don't even have much experience acting on camera. If it were true that we could get famous just by collaborating with you, then why aren't you already a super famous director, huh? And where are all the other stars that you've worked with? You saw right through me. If only someone would set up a special training school for actors. I need someone who not only knows how to fight, but also how to control their expressions and inject emotion into their lines. In short, I need someone who can do it all. But such genius simply doesn't exist. So far, I've only finished planning the regular acting parts of my avant-garde production. I haven't even started on the action scenes, let alone finish my first film. I'm worried that I'll have to resort to employing stunt doubles, so that's why you two are such perfect candidates. Does stunt doubles mean what I think it does? You want us to shoot the fighting scenes? You've hit the nail on the head. It's the perfect solution to having actors who can't fight. We are pretty good at fighting, but won't people be able to tell that we're not the same people just by looking at our faces? In theory, yes, but the action scenes are absolutely central to my experimental production. If you do a good enough job, I'll make the regular acting scenes into silhouette shots. There weren't even many lines to begin with. I'll make the other actors cake themselves in makeup and adjust their silhouettes so they fit your profiles. With a bit of lighting magic, no one will even know the difference. In a way, the regular actors would actually be your doubles. Anyway, they aren't as well known as you two. I'll even pay you royalties. So basically, if we help you, we'll be handed the starring roles on a plate. Just like that. You'll also receive a large payment, and it'll do wonders for your reputation. Then it really does sound like it'll pay off. What say you, Aya? Why pass up such a juicy opportunity? Time to put our acting skills to the test. Thank you so much for lending a hand. What a dream come true. Then without further ado, please head over to my experimental studio right here, right away. There will be 4 fighting scenes in the film, each with a completely different ambiance. Each scene will also have its very own special lighting. When the special lighting comes on, the action will intensify in line with the corresponding place in the script. With your experience, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it in no time. Once all the remaining scenes are filmed, we'll finally be able to wrap this thing up. Okay. What's this one like? Oh. Am I supposed to accept it here, or is it somewhere else? Oh, whoops. Oh, it's over there. I'm going to guess it's like one of the fighting mini games or something. So I'll probably do that one on my own time. Okay, the next ones. Okay, rescue the poor contract employee. Oh dear, what happened? Fontinalia Film Festival. Great job. You really outdid yourself this time. As things stand, finishing the project before the deadline is nothing but a pipe dream. I'm not just in for a scolding. The boss is literally going to kill me.
Why is that young lady over there crying? Do you think she needs a doctor? I wonder if there are any professional therapists in Fontaine.
When did you get here? Thanks for your concern, but right now what I need is a doctor that can resurrect my dying career.
Paimon's pretty sure that isn't something a doctor can fix.
It's all worst case scenario, you can always get another one. I don't think it's that easy half the time. Work is pretty important. Maybe we should help.
With how high she's made the stakes seem, we can't stand by and do nothing. Just talking about it like this won't solve anything, though. Why don't you tell us more about your problem?
That might be a bit hard, considering it's a technical issue. Now, just how can I explain it? Well, first things first, my name's Helene, and I'm an engineer working for the Fontinalia Film Festival's equipment supplier. I'm mainly responsible for developing audiovisual equipment. To achieve a certain effect when filming, our client requested us to develop a kind of stabilization platform that can carry film cameras while moving at high speed. These stabilization platforms also needed to be able to carry puppets that look like actors or model animals, playing the part of groups in the background. That way, they'd be able to keep the cameras fixed on actors while moving at high speeds, or save them from having to splash out the cash to hire hordes of extras. On top of that, they insisted that each platform had to be less than a third of the cost of a camera, and that its lifespan had to be at least 30 years.
How is anyone that picky? Even for a master craftsman, producing something cheap but durable that works well is nigh on impossible.
But I managed it. After all, the customer is always right. We've had even fussier clients before, and I've never run myself into the ground trying to satisfy them.
Then what's got you in such a huff?
The problem is, I don't have anyone to test it. I've created the product, but unless I can get it tested, the project can't be considered complete. All the testers who have a basic grasp of mechanics or are physically fit enough have already been employed by the Fontinalia Film Festival for more important work. If the client receives a product that hasn't undergone proper testing, and it turns out there's something wrong with it, I'll have to cough up 10 times the original payment amount in compensation. All I can do is hang around trying to sell our products while I look for some outside assistance. Even if it means I end up losing money on this contract in the end, so be it. After all, it was my boss that signed the agreement with the client, but I'll be the one on the hook if we have to compensate them 10 times the value of the contract. We've come this far, might as well tell us what testing involves.
That's right. As long as it's nothing too complex, perhaps we can handle some of the simpler stuff.
It might not sound difficult, but it's harder than you think. To confirm how the stabilization platforms perform when running at extremely high speeds, I set them to avoid anyone who gets too close mode. The tester has to run after stabilization platforms within a specific area and chase as many platforms as possible into the target area as quickly as possible. Oh, is this the co-op one? For someone with poor stamina like me, chasing a stabilization platform more than a few steps is enough to make them collapse from exhaustion. What's so hard about that? It's just a bit of running around. Now that you've described it, Paimon's positive this will be a piece of cake. It's just a few machines. Just you wait. We'll be hot on their tails in no time. We might even end up overtaking them if you're lucky. Testing limits and that sort of thing is a walk in the park. For real? What? Genuinely? You're actually serious? Then I'll pay you. Please. The commission. We won't say no to that. But under the circumstances, if we accept too much of your money, our consciences wouldn't forgive us. Just pay us however much you usually pay your testers. Miracle workers, that's what you are. Not just doctors, but miracle workers, here to resurrect my dying career. The testing site is in an empty domain near the city. Well, I'll leave it to you two then. You have my undying gratitude. After this many years in the business, finally, a bit of luck. The boss won't be killing me tomorrow after all. After you finish this job, maybe you should consider switching bosses. Okay. Okay, so it's over there. Is that the co-op one or is it the other one? Okay, let's talk to the last person. Great day, isn't it? Someone as famous as you. I bet people are always handing you their business cards. You know us? This kid's pretty sophisticated. Holding another in contempt merely on account of their lack of years is a mistake only the most ignorant would make. I suspect the two of you are not quite so shallow as that. I didn't intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls me Mr. Petit Lumiere. Hello. Okay. Correct! I am quite keen on learning more about your adventuring experiences. In my industry, extraordinary stories are always in demand. As you appear not to be well acquainted with me, allow me to introduce myself. Okay. My elder brother and I have been working together to produce films for quite some time, and have already had quite a few blockbuster successes. Perhaps you've seen employees leaving the factory? Nope. Oh, that's okay. How about the arrival of an aquabus? Haven't seen it either. I see. That is nothing too remarkable. The road to fame and stardom upon which we two brothers tread is yet long, and we will certainly make even more popular films in the future. Film production, constructing and planning narratives, the performances of actors, the cooperation between cameraman and director, and post-production and processing. All of it is a truly fascinating process. And among all these, I believe that the process of filming itself is the most technically demanding. What you choose to focus on while filming decides the information that will be conveyed to the audience, the atmosphere they will feel. Of course, the narration is very important, but you cannot expect the story to rely on narration alone. 4 shots. I've always believed that you only need 4 shots to construct the smallest divisible unit of a story. Within just these 4 shots, a genius can work miracles. Would the two of you like to try? Seize this opportunity to revel in the glamour and charm of filmmaking. So, what should we do? It is simple. I will provide you with a few simple themes that have already been formulated into short scenes. The important thing is to try out different ways of handling both the narration and the camera and combining them to film a few short scenes. Are the two of you interested? Our interest has been piqued. Marvelous. Then once the two of you are ready, you may go to the filming locations I have already prepared. I will give you feedback on your finished products. Okay. Oh, select scene. The Path of the Sun. Okay, let's go do these now. And then after that, I'll close off the video. Oh, over here. Okay, let's see. Oh, first. Oh. Okay. Oh, so it's basically what we did in the event quest already. But it's here. Okay, so there's like more to do here. Oh. I think the special program kind of showed us a little bit of one of these things, and yeah, it seems that the other characters show up in these. The Path of the Sun. An actress, played by Lynette, is lost amidst the underwater seagrass and cannot find her way. When she looks up, the sunlight illuminates her face through the water surface, showing her the way forward. Okay, let's see. Okay, show the environment that the actress, played by Lynette, is lost in. Environment and the actress, so Lynette in this case. So a shot where we see both. Okay. I feel like this one would be best because I mean you could kind of see Lynette here, but you can't really see her. She's like very small. And I feel like this doesn't show much of the environment. I mean, it shows a lot, but you know what I mean. I think so. Time for afternoon tea. Whispering to herself while lost underwater. I remember the path I took coming here. Let's keep going. It can't be far. Or where should I swim? It all seems the same underwater. Maybe this? I don't know. You're supposed to be lost, so I assume maybe asking yourself where to go. I'm not sure. Okay, how the actress looks as she swims through the seagrass. Okay, let's take a look. I don't think that's... Don't even see her here. I'm gonna guess this one. Oh, we just have a position to choose. Highlight the bewildered expression of the actress played by Lynette. Okay, so this one seems pretty obvious. It would probably be this, because this angle you can't really see her face. And then this one. Sees the sunlight shining through the water. Oh wow, this shot looks nice. This one is looks strange, so I don't think that's right. I think it'll probably be this one. Show how the actress feels about finding her way again. This one says, forget it, let's just go home. I know, follow the sun's rays. Let's double check this. Yeah, I think this is it. I'm not sure about the camera shot. It could be something else, but okay, so to get everything, I have to reach the Divine Handiwork rating. I think this is it. Let's start shooting. got the highest rating. Okay, I got it all right. Or, like, perfect. Wait, is it perfect? It's just a high score, so I'm not sure if perfect is correct. Okay, I did that though. Okay. Oh, we can get the weapon now. The sword! The claymore, actually, not sword. You know what I mean. It's a claymore, but in the title it says sword. So, okay. Oh, let's take a look at the weapon. Where is it? Over here. I think I can upgrade it a little bit. Oh right, they updated the thing. Gosh, muscle memory is messing with me because I'm so used to the old one. It's so quick, but my memory is like... It's, yeah, you know, like muscle memory where it's like... Where like you're so for example, like you're so used to a video game, like having, like for example, on a controller, X be the select button, but for like something different, it's the circle button instead, and it's like, ah! Okay, how much can I upgrade this one? Oh, I didn't realize if the appearance updated. Oops. Okay, I don't have enough for that. I'll leave it at level 50 for now. We got the weapon. Looks so cute. Love the stickers. And also the refinement material is duct tape. Okay. There's the other one, but I think I'll do that on my own time. Unless I want to do it right now. You know what? Let's do it right now. I'll do this one. I won't do the other one, though. I'll probably do the other one definitely on my own time. Okay, so it's... Oh, it's up there. Is this the co-op one, or is it the other one? I forgot which one it is. They talked about it on the special program, but I didn't pay too much attention. To the name, I mean. Oh, okay, it is. Oh gosh, this is a little bit confusing. Okay, let's see what this is about. Alright, gameplay details again. Or just looking at stuff. Okay. Score a lot of points. Okay, I think the minimum is like 2,000, it said. Oh. Yeah, total score 2,000. Okay, so we do have to get more, but since this is, Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, score limit will increase to 3,000 after 1 day. Okay. It'll increase. Let's try this out. At least one round. If the person accepts. Okay, now we're in the game. Okay, let's see how this goes. I probably should have refreshed myself on the information, but that's okay. We'll just figure it out as we go. It's fine. I hope. Our target area is red zone. This is my world because I'm player 1. Okay, I guess we'll say prepared. Wait, does it matter which one I select? Oh, here's, yeah, so this is my spot. I feel like this is not going to go well, because I'm not sure what I'll be doing. We're going to try our best. so don't worry about it. Oh gosh, lag. So... Oh, okay, I think I get it. Why am I pushing them away? Stop. I'm moving them away. Oh gosh. I'm moving them away. Yeah. I am so going to lose. I think. I don't know. Oh gosh! Ah! They're all moving. Wait, what am I doing? I'm genuinely confused because I don't know what I'm doing. I think some people don't know what they're doing either. We're just... I don't know. I'm lost. Okay. Okay. One of these appeared. Oh, I forgot we could jump. Okay. Oh no! Ah! Okay. Ah! Okay! That happened. Total glitz balls herded in. I had the most, I think. Wait, is that how it works? I got 1,000 and 100. Okay!
Huh?
And we're just hearing idle animations play. Okay, I think I understand how this works. Okay, I still want to do another one. But first, let's get what we have right now. Oh, claim all. Okay, we'll do one more, and then that'll be it for the video. I think I got a hang of it. Sort of. We just have to get a lot of points. I think that's what we're doing, I believe. Okay, people are entering my world again. Oh gosh, lag. Okay, I'm still the red zone. Okay, ow. Alright, let's see. So this is the map area we're using. Oh, okay, and we have like a few of them that we start off with. Okay. Ah! This is confusing. I can see that sometimes you're just trying to go to your side, but half the time you're kind of pushing the things to other people's goals. So I could tell how this can be chaotic. Oh gosh! Ah! I just pushed them all away. Okay, get some small ones that I can move into my thing. I don't think I need too many points. Like, just to get the last amount I need. Oh gosh. Ah! Get this. Oh, thank. Okay. No, I pushed it away. No. Okay. No extreme jumps performed. I keep forgetting I could jump. Because I only did like once. Oh, I got to 2,000 anyway. If I'm right, this accumulates, so I do have 2,000 already. Like Wind Trace, where like the points accumulate per run. Oh, I'm still in co-op. Let's turn to single player. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yep, it accumulates. And we got the total score as of the current day as well that we can get to. Okay. And I believe that'll be all for the video for today. So we started the event, and I'm really curious about how it will play out. And I love the interactions already. We also get to see Chiori for the first time, and also meet Chevraz as well. And I am excited to see how this plays out. And I believe that's it. So next time, obviously I'll be continuing the story and see what happens from there. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Here, Yoimiya. Try some conch madeleine. No, you ordered it, Ayaka, so you should be the first to try. To be honest, I ordered it for you. You're fond of desserts, aren't you? Well, in that case, I guess I shouldn't refuse. Let's try some together. All right. This is amazing! Oh, the texture is so soft! You can feel the super rich aroma of butter as soon as you take a bite, and the aftertaste is pure bliss! Great. I'm glad you like it. I enjoyed it too, and I really like the swirly design. I've heard that it's supposed to look like a barrel conch. I've never actually seen one myself, but now I'm really curious about what it looks like. Hey, Ayaka, when you can find the time, would you like to go search for one underwater with me? All right. Why don't we go right after this? Great! Then that's a plan. There are so many places I'd like to visit with you.
Oh, how lucky I am to have so many kind-hearted people assisting me.
Yeah, just watch your step now.
Everything I've been through is starting to pay off now. There finally is a light at the end of the tunnel. Ah, I see it now. What lies before me is a whole world of hope.
No, what lies before you is the fountain. I hope you can start seeing clearly, or you'll end up taking a dip in it.
Indeed, Monsieur Neuvillette. I'd very much appreciate hearing your thoughts on everything we just discussed, including my initial proposal and the general direction of our potential cooperation.
Your proposals are reasonable and quite well thought out. Your sincerity and wish for our mutual success was evident in your words, so there's no need to be so modest.
Thank you. So, what's your decision?
If you're asking for my personal opinion, I'm willing to cooperate in full based on my own opinions and my impression of Inazuma's culture. However, Fontaine doesn't run simply based on the feelings of one individual. I'm sure Inazuma must be the same. Everything must be done in accordance with the regulations that are in place.
Yes, of course. I will submit a written proposal outlining the details of our potential cooperation to the Palais Mermonia within a week.
And I look forward to hearing from you.